Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well and fit and healthy. As you would have seen from the intro, yet again I'm in a new car. So for the next few weeks my daily driver is going to be the Peugeot e2008 GT in this fantastic gold orange colour, which I think's really nice. It's a bit of a Marmite thing, I think, the colour, but in the sun it just shines really well. So in this video, it's going to be a fairly short one, purely for the fact that this is exactly the same as the Peugeot e2008 GT, which I reviewed in my last set of videos. I'll put a link up above, so you can go back and have a look there. Also, if you are new to the channel, it really help if you'd hit the subscribe button, the like, and then smash that notification bell, and then you'll be notified when these videos are uploaded. So without further ado, I'll just take you for a quick look round of the interior of the car. Let me just switch you round. So it is exactly the same as the e2008. It has the 3D driver dash, exactly the same entertainment system with the nice piano keys for your heating and other functions. The difference on here compared to the e2008 is that this has the heated seats, as you can see, for the drivers, and also on here it actually has the wireless charging. The e2008 didn't come with the wireless charging. Also, you'll see that there's a USB-C charger as well as a normal USB. Let's just come back. You've got your typical 12 volt and the cubby hole, traditional style automatic gear lever with your drive modes on, and then coming back from there, your parking brake and your drive modes, as well as a couple of drinks holders, and again another very large deep cubby hole. This has got exactly the same interior colours and that. You know, this is the GT spec, so it has that sort of green and carbon, as you can see, all the way around. Steering wheel, it again has that sort of squared off top and bottom, and your controls are all here. And then behind here you can see this here is the cruise control lever. So just quickly in the back to see what you've got. Down here you've got a couple of USB ports for charging the kids iPads or phones, etc. And then your typical 2.5 sort of seats in the back. So what I will do is I will do the interior space as well on this video. So I will get my 6'2" son to sit in the front and the back, so you can gauge how much room there is. And also I'll do the bag for life test in the boot to show you how much space there is in there. So let's move on to that. So what we'll do now is the interior size test. I've got my son, as you see in all my other videos, who's 6'2". He will now get himself into a driving position in the front seat, and then we'll move to the back seat just to see how much room there is, and if it is that much space, much more space than the e2008. So here we go. So he's now got himself into a driving position. I think the seat is back as far as it actually goes. As you can see, his knees are still quite bunched up under the steering wheel. There's no more room to move the steering wheel higher either. With regards to space, you know, there's quite a bit of space above, but yeah, I think, you know, 6'2" is your sort of pushing the limits of the car. So now we'll move to the back seat and just see how much room there is there. So now he's moved to the back seat. We've kept the front seat in the same position of the driving position. You know, there is a bit of room, but you know, his knees aren't banged right up against the seat like it was in the e2008. And again, you know, there's headroom there. He hasn't got to crouch down. So, you know, yeah, as expected, it is a little bit more roomier. And obviously with the flatter roof line and not the sloping like on the 208, gives you that just that little bit extra headroom and feel of roominess in the back. So what we'll do now is the bag for life test on the e2008. Now obviously in the last set of videos on the e208, this is, as I've said before, pretty much the same car, just got a bigger body, so we should be getting more bags in it. One of the bigger differences to the 208 is, I'll show you, that they have put a false floor in this one. So if we lift this up, what we have now is that we have an area to put the cables and some other smaller items, and then obviously this now gives us a flat finished lid. So what I'll do is I will fill it up with the bags for life, and we'll see how many we get in there. So what we have is we've managed to get 4 bag for lives in the back. You can probably squeeze maybe one more in there, so it's not a huge amount of room. As expected, it is pretty much a Peugeot 2008, so it just goes to show the space. You'll probably get a couple of small suitcases in there, and but you know, I've been using it now for the last month for my sort of daily duties, and obviously with the split seats as well. You know, if you need something larger being moved, you know, there is that room. So you know, that's the interior space. You know, as we would have expected, it's got a bigger body than the 208. It obviously suffers because it's got the same chassis length, so the leg room, you know, in the front seat, it's a bit of a push. You know, if you're sort of bigger than 6'2", I think you are going to struggle to find a comfortable position to drive in. But I would say, you know, for, you know, an average family, it's more than big enough to get 2 adults in the front and 2 adults in the back. Obviously not everyone's 6'2". So you know, if it's just a family with younger kids, even more so. But you know, what does disappoint me slightly is the size of the boot. Obviously with the shorter wheelbase than some of the other cars I've tested, it just lack a little bit of room, you know, in the back. So I think it would be a slight struggle if you've got a large family and you're trying to go on a holiday with lots of suitcases and that. I think you will struggle for space. But as an everyday driver, for schools, runs, shopping and your general stuff, you know, the back seats do fold flat, so you know, there is that bit of extra room if you've got some larger stuff to carry around. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope that it's been useful for you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and smash that notification bell so you know when the videos are being uploaded. If you could give it a share as well, that really does help the channel. And in the next video we will be doing the range tests in the 2008 to see how that compares to the 208. Whether with it being a bigger, heavier car, it makes a bigger difference. We will see. So safe driving everyone, and catch you in the next video.